In this video, we will explore the approval process for a transit pass application submitted by the applicant. Once submitted, the application form will be received by the designated range forest officer. To approve the transit pass, the RFO must log in using their credentials. Type ntps.nic.in in your browser's address bar and press enter to open the website. The portal opens, displaying the welcome screen. Click on the login button and enter the RFO credentials to access the portal. You are logging in as an RFO to review, approve, or reject the transit pass application. After logging in, the name and login ID of the RFO will be displayed in the top right corner. After logging in, click on the TP issue link to open a drop-down menu. From the list, select New Applications Received to view the submitted applications. This will open the list of newly received applications. Here, you can find details such as view application, view forest produce, and the date of receiving the application. To view the application, click on the View button. To view only the image of the forest produce uploaded by the applicant, click on the View button next to it. To approve or reject the transit pass, click on the Fill Details button. This will open the Inspection Report Issuance section for the transit pass. The first step in approving or rejecting the transit pass is inspecting the forest produce that the applicant intends to transport. The RFO can either conduct the inspection personally or assign a subordinate officer to carry it out. You are entering the details of the person assigned to carry out the inspection. Enter the name of the inspecting person, their designation, office address, and mobile number. Once all details are filled in, click on the Save button. The next section is details of the applicant. After the applicant details, the next section is details of species or forest produce. During the inspection, if the inspecting officer finds any discrepancies in the forest produce details entered by the applicant, they have the authority to make the necessary corrections. For example, if the applicant has entered the number of logs incorrectly, the RFO has the authority to make the necessary changes. Since the number of logs entered was incorrect during the inspection, click on the Edit button to make the necessary correction. I have updated the number of logs from 100 to 105. After making the correction, click on the Update button to save the changes. If all other details are correct, upload a copy of the inspection report. During the inspection, the inspecting authority carries a hard copy of the inspection form. After the inspection details need to be filled in and signed. The form should then be scanned and uploaded in PDF format with a file size of less than 5 megabytes. After completing the inspection and uploading the signed report, the RFO can decide whether to approve or reject the transit pass application. To reject the transit pass application, select No in the Approval section. You must then provide a mandatory reason for the rejection in the designated field. After entering the reason, click on the Save button to finalize the rejection. To approve the transit pass, he should click the Yes button, then select Save, and finally press Submit. The inspection process has been successfully completed. The inspected application list then opens. After completing the inspection, the application form opens, allowing you to view and, if necessary, edit the inspection report. Under the Action button, there are 4 options available. Not recommended. The Range Forest Officer (RFO) can select this option to reject the transit pass application. Send for issue. If the RFO does not have the authority to issue the transit pass as per state transit rules, they must forward the inspected application to their senior for approval and issuance. Send for prior approval. If the RFO needs permission from a senior officer before issuing the transit pass, they should select this option and forward the application for approval. The senior officer will review and approve the application, after which it will be returned to the RFO for issuing the transit pass. Issue. If the RFO has the authority to issue the transit pass as per state transit rules, they should select this option and click the Submit button to finalize the issuance. Once the Submit button is clicked, an OTP will be sent, which must be entered to complete the process. Once the OTP is entered and verified, the Upload Hammer page opens. On the Upload Hammer page, each RFO must upload their unique hammer symbol in JPG format, ensuring that the file size is less than 2 MB. Next, the RFO needs to specify the applicable fees based on the state transit rules. For example, the RFO can specify 1 rupee as the transit fee based on the applicable state transit rules. Finally, the transit pass (TP) validity period must be specified based on the source and destination details provided by the applicant. The validity can be set in number of days or, for shorter distances, in number of hours. For example, if the source is Lakshadweep and the destination is Karnataka, the RFO can set the validity period to 8 days, ensuring sufficient time for transporting the forest produce. After entering the validity period, click on the Submit button to finalize the transit pass issuance. After clicking the Submit button, the route finalization page opens, where the route entered by the applicant can be viewed. On the route finalization page, the RFO has the option to select a checkpost or barrier that the vehicle must mandatorily pass through at the beginning of the journey while transporting the forest produce. After selecting a checkpost, click on the Submit button. The selected checkpost is then added to the route. Finally, click on the Issue TP button to officially issue the transit pass.